Thanks to our partnership with our carbon offset supplier, Offsetters, VANOC is also the first Olympic organizing committee to be able to offset its carbon emissions from its operations over a 7-year versus 17 days period. And we're doing that using BC Clean technologies that reduce carbon emissions and more broadly support the transition to a low carbon economy both locally and globally. And as a result, as the Minister mentioned, we're able to tell the world on Friday night that this is the first time all the athletes and teams traveling to an Olympic Winter Games are carbon neutral. So there have been many accomplishments. They are all the result of great partnerships at many different levels, and it is with humility and hope that I accept this award tonight on behalf of the Vancouver Organizing Committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Linda, for those comments. Because setting a goal is one thing, but then actually having to work for several years to achieving it is another. And I think VANOC has done a lot of work to get where you are today, and it's very exciting to hear all the things that you have accomplished outside of just the buildings. I would like to introduce now Beth Van Rooyen with BC Hydro, and as Peter already pointed out, we have partnered with BC Hydro on putting on this celebration and the reception. BC Hydro is a great partner for us here in British Columbia to advance green buildings. And Beth is the acting president and CEO for BC Hydro. Please welcome Beth Van Rooyen.
Well, thank you, Thomas, and I'm really excited to be here today, just a few days before the world comes to British Columbia for this really amazing event. I made a commitment to myself starting yesterday that I would try to wear something red every day, but I have a funny feeling it's going to cost me a lot of money because there's only 3 red things in my closet. And there's quite a few days left to get through both the 2010 Olympics and the Paralympics, but that's okay. Red's my favorite color, and I can branch out from black, and that's a good thing. So anyway, we're just really excited about this whole event that's happening, but I wanted to take a minute to say that we've been working with these amazing partners for many, many years. The province, VANOC, right from the very beginning with the bid book, committing to sustainable games. Whistler, Richmond, and Vancouver have been partners with us for many, many years, showing leadership in energy efficiency and certainly deserving of the recognition that they're getting tonight. BC Hydro's primary role in the Games is to keep the lights on, to provide reliable, safe, and clean electricity to the Games, and we are incredibly focused on that task at hand. We have extra people out in the field, extra crews, and you know how everybody's talking about we want everyone to be so excited about the Games. We want our crews to be really bored. Absolutely bored, which means nothing will go wrong, and they're just sitting there bored, but they can be watching the games, I guess, on the television. But we don't want them to get too excited, and we're fingers crossed that absolutely nothing will go wrong during the games. We've worked very hard with VANOC over the last 8 years to ensure that doesn't happen. Now, our goal isn't just about the Olympic venues. Our goal is really to make all British Columbians creating this conservation culture in British Columbia and have all British Columbians use electricity in the most efficient way possible. And we've been working on that for a long, long time. I think all of you know our Power Smart program. It's been around for more than 20 years, and we've done some great things, but we still have a big job ahead of us to really create that culture now and going forward. And putting the spotlight on it right now, when the spotlight's on British Columbia around the world, is a great thing to do. Our association with the Games has enabled us to build solid partnerships, of which you're seeing some of them here today. There isn't a single project that is being mentioned tonight that BC Hydro hasn't been a part of in some way. We've realized this vision of using the Games to build that awareness. We've realized the vision of making the 2010 Olympic and Paralympic Games the most sustainable games ever. All the work that we've done, we saved enough electricity to power 1,600 homes for an entire year, and that's forever after. It may not sound like a lot, but 1,600 homes saved forever now and well into the future is a significant amount of electricity. And those projects range from retrofits to the UBC Winter Sports Centre to the construction of the state-of-the-art convention centre, as you've already heard, and obviously the amazing Olympic Village in Vancouver. Now, we've heard a lot about building legacies with the Games, and this will be our legacy, certainly. When I speak of the savings to power more than 1,600 homes for an entire year, that is forever after. And, you know, by putting the spotlight on it, we're going to build awareness and we'll be able to move forward and do bigger and better things. So really, what I'm here to do tonight is to honor the City of Vancouver. And Andrea and I met a few years ago, and they have shown an amazing leadership in energy efficiency, you know, well before the Olympic movement sort of started and we got the Olympics here in Vancouver. And they've been a valued partner for BC Hydro, and I've been very proud of the many things that they've done showing leadership. And so I'd like Andrea to come up and join me, and please recognize the Deputy Mayor, Andrea Reimer from the City of Vancouver.
Thank you, Bev. I have to say, with all the colorful uniforms in town and this lineup here, wearing black and gray has become its own kind of statement right now in Vancouver. I really want to thank Bev and all the partners on the stage. It is really an honor for the City of Vancouver to be part of this historic event, a first amongst many firsts for the city. The City of Vancouver was the first government in Canada to adopt a LEED Gold standard for its own buildings in 2003. We were also the first government in the province of British Columbia, the first municipality to build a LEED Gold project. That was our national works yard. In the 6 years, and that happened in 2004, and in the 6 years since that happened, since the yard's opened, the city has gone on to develop another 1.9 million square feet of LEED Gold and Platinum buildings, which is an achievement we're very proud of. It's this commitment to building and retrofitting greener that has allowed the city to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions from our building stock by 22%, even as our total floor space has increased by 24%, so a very significant reduction. Beyond our buildings, we're also committed to building and investing in sustainable, equitable, and safe neighborhoods, because you can have the most efficient building in the world, but if it's situated in a context in which greenhouse gas emissions have to go up for people to get there, we're really not getting very far. So we've committed and have invested over this last decades, in fact, in neighborhoods that are walkable, compact, and complete communities where residents can meet their everyday needs without the use of their cars. Neighborhoods that are connected by safe, high-quality cycling routes and reliable transit. The neighborhoods that our residents enjoy will also enjoy legacies of the Olympic Games for many years to come. Whether it's learning about low-carbon energy at our new neighborhood energy utility in the Athletes Village, or enjoying a day at the pool at the new Hillcrest Community Center, where the Vancouver Olympic Center, the curling facility, is right now. Or I, like Thomas, actually live right next to Trout Lake, about 200 feet away, so I'm very much looking forward to being able to enjoy skating there with my family. Perhaps we'll meet somewhere on the rink. Probably. No matter which facility Vancouverites get to visit after the Games and during the Games, they can be proud that their city built responsibly, and that these efforts, both the Olympic ones and the efforts we've taken over many years on LEED Gold as well as neighborhood land use planning, that these efforts have allowed us to have the lowest carbon footprint of any city in North America. We've met our Kyoto targets. We're now at 1990 levels, slightly below, even as we've grown our population and our economy. But with the challenges that the world faces, it's really not good enough to be good. We need to be great. So while these Olympics are a time of celebration, and this achievement that we're honoring today is quite significant, we have a lot more to do. The city is committed to going even further on building green. Just last week, City Council set hard targets for moving to LEED Gold certification on large rezonings. We're also developing standards that are based on the Living Building Challenge and target net zero energy use. We're doing this because we realize that by investing in green buildings, we can not only improve our environment, but also reimagine our economy and truly make what Gregor Robertson calls a global green capital right here in Vancouver, proving that we can go for the gold in both greens, the environment and the economy, to the benefit of all Vancouverites. Thank you again for this honor, Thomas. It's my pleasure to accept it on behalf of Mayor Robertson and the City of Vancouver. And I also want to extend my thanks to the staff, the residents, and most especially to the pioneering architects, almost on cue, and builders and developers who've been willing to take a chance to help put this city in the league. Thank you.